The Trump administration's proposed 2018 budget released Thursday calls for a sharp 28% cut to the State Department and USAID, which provides humanitarian and economic assistance to other countries. But just how much do we spend on foreign aid, and why?
It's preventative, and it's enlightened self-interest. It's the reason the United States helped Japan and Germany recover after World War II, so they would become allies, so they would become customers.
The current budget for foreign aid is $50.1 billion, about 1% of the federal budget.
In most cases, this money doesn't go to the government. It goes to specific programs in countries, programs that are designed by the United States that meet certain requirements and parameters, and then there's a good deal of oversight to ensure that the money actually is spent in the manner that's intended.
Ambassador James Dobbins has been one of the country's top diplomats for the last 3 administrations, working as a special representative to Afghanistan and Pakistan, an advisor to the president for the Balkans, and as well as the Assistant Secretary of State for Europe. He's seen firsthand how foreign aid programs are used.
Well, it has a number of uses. I mean, in part, it's humanitarian. It's helping countries facing natural disasters, helping displaced persons so they don't have to become refugees. It also deals with health epidemics, so defeating Ebola in Africa so that it doesn't come to the United States, for instance. A lot of it is security-related assistance. It's helping countries that are fighting the Islamic State, fighting al-Qaeda, supporting the development of their indigenous capabilities to deal with these kinds of threats so that we don't have to do it for them. In some cases, it's designed to help countries develop to become stronger economically so that they can buy more American products and become more successful members of the international economy.
Critics of USAID argue that too many of their programs fail and that the U.S. should dedicate that money to efforts here at home. While Trump was on the campaign trail, he was often critical of foreign aid.
We're rebuilding other countries while weakening our own. We're getting out of the nation-building business and instead focusing on creating stability in the world.
It's a popular argument, since most Americans don't know the real amount spent on foreign aid. When polled, the average guess was 26% of the federal budget. When asked if they believe we spend too much or too little, most believe we spent too much. But when told the actual amount is about 1%, the plurality of people believed it was the right amount.
And I think that any adjustments need to be made on a specific case-by-case basis after evaluating the importance of the program and the efficacy of the program, rather than any sort of cross-the-board set of cuts which doesn't take account of the very varying interests and purposes for which this money is made available.